Hi, Jackie. Thank you for coming to my meeting.
Hi, Maria. Thanks for having me.
Well, I really appreciate that you're taking time from your spring break.
Of course.
Okay, so, you all got the emails. I got a lot of responses from everybody, including you. And so I'm just going to go over the PowerPoint, and then I'll show you the mind map that I put it together from the information that I got from the team. And then you and I can rate the tool. And
sounds good.
See how it goes. And then we'll talk about the changes that we are going to be making to our SMART goal 2. And yeah, thank you. I really appreciate all the feedback, and I think it makes sense. We'll talk a little bit about it. Shit. All right. So this is our force field analysis meeting presentation, and you all received this. Did you have a chance to look over everything, or you just kind of look over the tools?
I looked over the tools.
Okay, sounds good. So the agenda is welcome, and we are going to review the meeting norms and purpose of the meeting, go over the application tool, and we'll rate the restraining and driving forces, and we'll discuss the proposed changes to the goal, and then we'll get some feedback or next steps. And I'll add the feedback that I got from the team who couldn't make it to this meeting. So meeting norms: ask questions, engage fully, integrate new information, open your mind to diverse views, remember why you're here.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I have this who are you? So we can get to know each other a little bit more. And I'll start. I am a teacher on special assignment and a new teacher mentor. I am a mom of 3 boys and a wife. I am a lover of road trips, and I am excited to do that this year. And I am Maria. So
my turn?
Yeah, now it's your turn.
All right. I am a special ed teacher for the County Office of Ed for the post-senior class. I am a resident of Santa Cruz County. I am someone that loves to knit, and I am Jackie.
Thank you for sharing that.
That was fun.
So the purpose of our meeting is we are going to make the necessary changes to improve the transition planning. We've been working on this for quite some time. And we'll review and revise SMART goal number 2, which is the collaboration piece, and identify restraining forces and driving forces. And like I said, I put it all together in the mind map, all the feedback that I got from you guys. And description and purpose of force field analysis. It is a method for listing, discussing, and evaluating both driving and restraining forces. And driving forces are seeking to promote change, and restraining forces tend to maintain the status quo. And for any changes to occur, the driving forces must exceed the restraining forces. Do you have any question?
No, I don't. I think that all sounds good.
Okay, so I'm going to share with you. So I got the feedback from the team, and most of you actually came up with very similar things. Like every single one of them wrote school growth team as the driving forces, and then regional center funding as the restraining forces.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then we have the students. So our goal is student achievement. That's our number 1 goal, but we are going to change goal number 2 so we can improve the number of students that are successful after exiting our program. So I have specialists, and we have a couple of specialists in our group.
like our workability specialists and
Mhm. Then we have our transition meetings
mhm.
that you have to do every year. Have you started using the transition timeline document? I think you added this one.
Yes.
And then, of course, we have the parents.
Mhm.
And this is, I got a lot more on the driving forces, but I felt like some of them were overlapping.
Mhm.
So like this 5, I feel like kind of capture everything.
Mhm.
And then as far as the restraining forces, I got the funding and parent
Yeah.
training. I don't remember. I think it was Jessamine who said that a lot of parents don't know the difference between independent living skills, day program, tailored day program, and it's all very confusing. And so that was
Yeah.
kind of, we need to work on that. And then Kelly mentioned that caseworkers' caseloads are huge, so they don't really have a lot of time to,
Mhm.
really work with individual students. And and I think you mentioned that staff shortage. I don't remember.
Yeah, for the adults, they don't have a lot of people that can come work with them at home.
Okay. So that's kind of, I put the mind map together, and then
It looks good. I like seeing it laid out like that.
thank you. And then I share with you this. So I thought maybe we can do it together, and then we'll score them.
Sounds good. I'm in it.
Okay. All right. Okay, so this is our current goal, like increase school culture, discipline, and safety by having ongoing interagency collaboration between the San Andreas Regional Center, Department of Rehabilitation, adult programs, and parents to improve the number of students entering an adult day program after exiting the post-senior program.
Yeah, I think the change we talked about the last time we all met was that maybe the success shouldn't be measured by how many of them enter an adult day program, but we can include those other services that they could find that are available to them after they graduate, like having someone help them at home.
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, we kind of talk about like some of the students, we will see them with their uncles and aunts and doing programs at home, and but that's the family's choice. So I just gonna copy and paste.
Yeah, because I like the collaboration part, but I know not all of the parents want their students to go to an adult program, or maybe they're not ready yet right after graduation.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that they don't, they are just home doing nothing, because there's so many other options like the in-home support services. So I like that. So the number of students entering an adult day program and or like in-home.
Yeah.
And in-home support services really is a lot of services. So we can, that's where the parent training will come really handy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have the mind map here. So it's a student, school growth team, specialist. So I can type I'll let you type that one.
Type in the, so we said transition planning.
And then the specialist can be, and the students. I think we can list the specialists. You want to do that? You're working with them directly right now. Like, there's so many.
Yeah. The workability,
Mhm.
is that what we call them? Workability specialist
I
or
think
work,
we're calling a work specialist,
work specialist?
work experience specialist, actually.
Work experience. And we have OT, SLP.
Yeah. And even like just
Vision.
the acronyms, I can see some parents being very confused about this, even though they have specialists for a long time.
Therapy.
Yeah, and then we have our mobility specialist too.
Okay. Occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, orthopedically impaired, vision impaired, and deaf and hard of hearing specialists.
And then Jessamine is also a mobility specialist.
Is that different from orthopedically impaired?
Yes. Well, mobility is very specific to, a student that just graduated with a cane. So
Okay.
it's very, very specialized, and not most of our students will not have that, but it's good to list.
Mhm.
Especially if they, they have a cane, they have to know how to navigate
Mhm.
jobs and things like that. So, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else?
The transition document, oh, for the driving force.
Yeah, that's right. So this is a transition planning meeting. This is your annual transition meeting, right? And this is the timeline that you are going to follow.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Okay, parent training. It's like parents don't know. I was thinking more along the line, like the difference when we talk about the difference between adult day program and Taylor Day and in-home support. So
Yeah, it's confusing.
and so they can make the best decision that they think fits with their family. So adult day program, Taylor Day program, and in-home support services.
Mhm.
I like this because I feel like you said, we were measuring our success and students going to adult day program, but some of them are not ready for that, or it's not the best fit. So,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean that they just stay home and do nothing. They still have chances of doing the TDP, ADP, IHSS. Okay.
And then we put Stark worker caseload,
Yes.
or case manager caseload.
Start case manager caseload. That is a big deal.
Yeah, they have like 100 clients.
It's hard to, and then it's not like us. They don't, they meet briefly once a year, but we have more experience with the students. So that's why it's really good to have that collaboration. The shortage of staff. I know you sent that. What exactly did you mean by shortage, like staff shortage where in the adult program or?
Yeah, for adult services.
Okay, at home or a day program or both?
Both. It's a pretty low paying job. It's hard, especially in this county, for people to continue working for programs like that. Sustain living here.
That makes sense. Okay. Anything else? I think that's all we got from our team too.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I can't think of anything else. So, all right. So let's rate the I can just put my number and you put your number next and then we can talk about it.
I think it's a 5. Is that a 5, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I would say a 3 or a 4 for the planning meeting.
I think so too.
This happens so quickly.
I would say a 3. Kind of like what we've been talking about. The transition planning meeting have to happen, but the transition timeline document, I feel like it has more weight because that's what it tells you exactly what to do to have the best outcome. Because then you know specifically what to do and it's not just paperwork. You're actually doing stuff. So I would say like a 4.
Yeah, because it's still new. Not everyone's using it as often as they could. I put a 4 for parents. It might be a 3 or 4 for parents because they want to support, but they just don't know exactly all that's out there.
Well, in our case, I think I will put 4 for parents because our students have limited understanding, so they need so much support from the parents. And then our students.
4.
Yeah, because it's their life, right?
Yeah.
And then the specialist.
5.
I agree. I mean, especially our students, like if they don't have that support, then they won't be able to be successful anywhere, really. Okay, so that's that. Regional center funding. I would say since our students maybe 98% are regional center clients, I will put it at 5.
Yeah.
Just without that funding. Oh, yeah. Okay. What do you think, Jackie, about the funding?
I think 5.
Okay. Very big barrier. Parent training?
5.
Yeah, I agree. The caseload sizes.
Yeah, 3.
Yes, because I feel like even though the caseload is high, if we have good collaboration, then we can support and we can advocate for our students.
Yeah.
And the specialists and everybody working. Okay, and then staff shortage.
Maybe a 3 or 4. Maybe a 3.
3. Yeah, I think so. Average of 3.
Yeah, because some parents might pick a program and be really excited about it, but if there's not enough staff for the student to be supported, I can see that being really frustrating.
Yeah. Okay, so let's count. So we have 13, 16 total in our restraining forces, and then we have 10.
Got 25 for the driving forces.
Okay.
That's good. It's bigger.
Yes, and that makes sense to me. I think it makes sense to our team. And yeah, just changing this, I think it will make a big difference. All right, so that was that. So we scored them.
That was neat.
Yeah. You have any question about the scoring process? I think we've been talking about it so much already, and
yeah, it's nice to see it all labeled clearly like that, and what we really think are the restraining forces, and it's motivating.
and unique. So our situation is unique, it's different. So I am going to discuss proposed changes. So we talk about
I think we changed it on the force field document.
okay, yes, that's right. So I'll just add this that
I think that's a great change.
will improve that. To improve the number of students entering an adult day program and or in-home support services.
I think that makes sense to our students.
I think if I had this when I was a post-senior teacher, could have helped some of the parents that ended up not choosing adult day program. And I'm just gonna add some notes that I got. So we're just gonna add just like change the outcome. And expand options, right?
Yeah.
In services. And I think we can really expand what in-home support services means, because then there's a lot of options even in the in-home support services. Like we have the IHSS, we have respite, Taylor Day. So we can expand on that. Anything else?
No, I think that's a great change.
All right. Okay. So we all agree that we're going to meet after spring break, after everybody's spring break, and then we'll discuss the changes and we'll go from there. I'm excited.
I think that'll be great. I think they'll be happy to see everything that we put together.
I think so too. Do you have any questions, Jackie?
No, thanks for including me.
Thank you for joining again. So I'll stop the meeting and have a great rest of your spring break.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Not too much. Bye.